Well, good afternoon, everyone. I hope that this is a lovely day for you. This is kind of a weird day for us. It's 90 degrees out there. One would think at the end of October, but then I have to remember, oh no, this is Northern California. The bad thing, though, that there is a fire going down around the Sonoma area, and PG&E has turned off the electricity because they think that the winds are going to get up to about 30 miles an hour. So they've been doing that lately. This is the new norm around here. As soon as the wind starts blowing, PG&E goes, uh-oh, and off goes the power. We have power out here today. They have power in Ione, but right up the road in Jackson, no power. So the kids are without power, the boys are without power. My granddaughter, though, they got a generator, and so they've got their generator, and so they do have power today, but you can't go shopping. None of the stores are open. I can't even believe how much money this has got to be costing, just everybody in general. So anyway, that's what's going on in Ione today. I thought today I would talk a little bit about my routine. My routine is gotten pretty much set in stone. I guess if you do something for, a week or so, it starts to become a habit. And so my routine is becoming a habit. And I used to start off my morning with the glass of water and lemon juice. That's got a little bit hard on my system. I decided not to do that anymore, so I've substituted that for aloe vera juice. And then, so I do the aloe vera juice in the morning, and I make a smoothie. And the smoothie can feature just about anything as long as there's a banana in there, hemp seed, chia seed, and I love they just came out. It's called oat milk. And now Travis told me I can make oat milk. It's very easy to make all kinds of milks. You can make oat milk, you can make almond milk. But anyway, I'm choosing to buy it. Anyway, it's really good, so I've been using oat milk in the smoothies. Then I do my Austin Gow morning wake up your energy video, routine, whatever. And that takes about 10 minutes. And then I do the scoliosis video and the exercises for scoliosis, straightening your spine, or the muscles, strengthening the muscles that are holding your spine up. And then I do the walk. We've talked about the walk up the hill behind the mobile home and up around the edge of the park. And then back down here, and that is a half a mile. I take my phone with me, and it counts your steps. And also in case something would happen and I needed to call an ambulance. Oh, God. Anyway, so I do the morning walk and then come back here, and I've been, take a shower. But what I've been doing also is the skin brushing. That was another little tip I picked up from Lily Coy. I had read about the skin brushing before, and I had done it before, but then, I kind of got out of the habit. Well, she was talking about skin brushing again, and I realized, well, that's right. It drains your lymphatic system. It gets your lymphatic system going. And so I started doing that. Now, she does the dry brush, and she does the circular. She does all the circular and circular. Well, I had read that you do it in the direction of your heart, so I do the circular, and then I come up this way, and you can do the bottoms of your feet and up your legs and your back as far as you can reach. So I get the skin brushing done, and then shower and dressed, and then I'm ready to go run errands. I do that if the stores are open, if the electricity is on, the power is on. I do the stores, and then afternoon it's hang out and then eat. And I always make time, though, and look forward to doing the meditations, the guided meditations. Now, I started doing meditations, I can't even count the years, how many years ago, a long, long time ago. And then I found Lillian Eden and started doing the guided meditations with her, which were Just really, really nice. She's got the most soothing voice and just very, very lovely lady. And I enjoyed her guided meditations, the reach approach, release your wings. Then I ran into Ralph Smart, and he's got the little uplifting videos. And that sweet girl from England, she's got the uplifting videos. And then, of course, there's Erin Dowdy with the Raise Your Consciousness videos, which are just awesome, absolutely awesome. And then Steve Noble. And Steve Noble is the one that I look forward to his transmissions, and he comes out with a couple a week. And I do at least one of his a day. He has the most beautiful transmissions and clearing up so many things. I just, you have to do them. You just have to do them to even appreciate the depth of those meditations and the breadth and the depth. And he is just the most humble person, and all this is given for free. There's no charge. He doesn't even have advertisements on his videos. That's what a generous soul he is. He just gives them out. He does do workshops, and he has written books, but I would say most of his transmissions are just given to you. And that, to me, somebody who's not trying to make any money off of this, because believe me, ladies and gentlemen, in the past, how many years have I been on this trail? Since my early 20s, and I've run into a lot of so-called spiritual leaders who are just nothing but about the money. And you can say that about so many of the religious leaders. When they start asking you for money, and it's not even almost to the point where they're almost demanding it from you, then you kind of know that they've gotten away from the spiritual and more to the material. And when that happens, it's just, it's not any good anymore. At least not for me. I don't like it. Don't like it when they're always with the handout and demanding that you pay for the services, because sometimes they're not worth it. But anyway, so I've been doing that. This has been quite an interesting year. My goodness. When I started this, wow. It seems like a million years ago, and yet, on the other hand, it just seems like only yesterday. But I have to say, I miss Lou. I really do. I miss him. He wanted to move back to Los Angeles to be with his grandkids, and I didn't want to go. I didn't want to do that. I don't regret that decision. But he was the one that carried me through the first part of this healing. He helped me find the RSO, helped me track it down, he started buying it for me. He would go down to H Street and buy it when I wasn't feeling up to going down there. I just didn't feel like getting up and getting dressed and going anywhere. And he was very, very, very good about that. Plus, this is what a lot of people don't know about Lou is a light worker. And I remember finding that out very early on in our relationship. And I was telling him, he was saying something about, I think he was going to an umpiring thing, and it was like around 5:30 in the afternoon when the traffic was really bad. And he said that was like the worst part, was getting through all that traffic. And I said, well, do what I do. And he said, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I just visualize and picture white light coming out in front of me down the freeway. And anybody can do this. And okay, it's all right. Just, you just picture that light and just push it out as far as you can. So when he got home that evening, he said, I did your light thing today. And he said, only mine didn't come out in a steady stream. He said, mine came out in a spiral. And I just went, holy moly, I found another light worker. I mean, how many people have I told this to? How many people have I shared my light things with and gotten like, oh, well, that's nice, dear. That's really nice, Linda. And, But here was somebody that just said, yeah, mine came out in a spiral. And oh, my goodness. So we've done so many, we went to Sedona. We've been up to Mount Shasta. We have done so many meditations together and so much light work together. And the different exercises that you do, just like sending light down into the roots of the trees and then back up again. And just, there was just so many of the light things that we did. So when we found out that I had cancer, of course he started doing his light healing on me. And that was something that we did a couple of times a week. And he gave me all kinds of light. And it was even to the point where my body would let him know what color light to use. And it was almost always the green light. The green light is a very healing light. The white light is more for cleansing, like cleansing the traffic out of your way, cleansing. And protection. And the gold light is a very heavy protection, The blue light is also for healing, but the green light is really a healing light, and that's mostly what I was just drinking in, was the green light. And I was getting the green light from all the plants too. The trees are very generous with the light. All you have to do is ask, and the trees are very generous. And so I was getting a lot of extra healing from blue, and like I said, I miss that. I do miss that. I'm going to be seeing him next week, so I'm sure that we'll do a couple of light sessions. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing him. We are still very connected, very, very connected. We might not see each other, physically, but very much connected through the heart, through the soul. It's we have a lot going on with each other. So that's kind of where I'm at. So that's what I've been doing. That's my routine. That's my daily routine. It's kind of funny. I had said about the quilt. I was working on that quilt, and I finished that quilt the day before little Evelyn was born. And yes, that is her name. She retained the name of Evelyn, and so I finished up the quilt the day before she arrived, and she's a healthy, bouncing, beautiful baby girl. And so got that. And then remember I was talking about that really nice lady I met at the antique shop. Well, I went back to the antique shop. What I didn't say was that the first lady, Dawn, that we were talking, and I told her that I was a palm reader. And so, of course, the hands come out, right? And then when I went back into the shop the other day to say hi to her, I met the other lady that I think she owns it. And for the life of me, I can't think of her name. Anyway, she said, oh, you're the palm reading lady. And I go, yeah, I'm the palm reading lady. So I had to read her palm too. Well, it turned out that they're having some kind of a Halloween days in Ione tomorrow and Saturday. And so guess who's going to be palm reading from 11:30 to 2:30 at their shop. And it's really nice because they've got a little area in the back. You can see there's the shop, and then they've got like windows and a little seating area with a couch, and I think there's a table there. And so I'll bring a candle, and I might bring my notepad. I don't know if they've got Wi-Fi in there, so I don't know what kind of music, but I don't know if I need all that anyway. I don't really need to dress like a gypsy. I don't need all the props, I just do it. And so I've got that going on tomorrow, and that should be fun. Susanna and Bob came up a couple of weeks ago and had lunch with me. Sharon came up and had lunch with me about a week ago. And, God, it was nice seeing Sharon. And I'm going to be going, Lou and I still have a couple things left at Nita's house that she stored in the garage. And so we're going to go down there, and next Tuesday, I think we're going down and we're going to see Nita. So who else? I might even make a trip over to Trader Joe's and Sprouts. Who knows? Who knows? I just might. I kind of miss Trader Joe's and I kind of miss Sprouts. There's a couple things that I can only get there. So let's see. That's my routine. That's the story of my life, folks. That's what's going on up here. But you know, Lou had taken me first through the first part of my healing this year, and then coming up here, I realized that I had that cognition the other day that this has been kind of like going to. Remember back in the olden days, they had the convalescent homes. Well, this is kind of what like a convalescent home would be, where you just kind of get the fresh air and the good food and the rest and the relaxation, and you don't have to do housework or yard work or doing much of anything that you don't really want to do. And so that's what this is kind of like my convalescing period. I don't think I would have been ready to go into an apartment right away. For some reason, I think that going from the house to then by myself in an apartment, and then, you know, because it's taxing, putting things away and unpacking boxes and doing all that would have been, I think, a little bit too much. So this way, I get this nice little period in between, and I can rest up and get my strength back. This is 10 months now. And I've kind of thought about calling UC Davis and you know, Dr. Iglewitz or whatever her name was, or maybe Dr. Bold, and saying, "Hi guys, I'm still around." And but then I thought, why bother? Why bother? They don't really care. They had washed their hands of me as soon as they heard that I was going to be doing the THC treatment. They washed their hands of Linda. Remember, they sent me back to Native American Health. And that was another thing. I thought there was a Native American Health up here. Well, that's not the same. There's a clinic up here, but it's not the same folks. And so I'm not changing. I will be going down there whenever I need to go down there. So I suppose I should get an MRI, but I'm not in any particular hurry to do that. I feel like as long as I feel decent and I'm not like sliding backwards, I don't know. What do I need to go for? Isn't that why I went in the first place? Is because of the way I was feeling? Well, I felt bad, so I went to emergency. Well, I don't feel like that anymore, so I guess I'll get around to it. There's no pressing hurry. There's no hurry on anything anymore. It just seems like I've got all the time in the world. I can just take my time and enjoy life. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just taking my time and enjoying my family and enjoying my friends, and a lot of Facebook and Scrabble. Still playing Scrabble. My God. Yes. Did I say it's been 50 years? Did I say that? Scrabble. Yeah, I think it's been like 50 years. Close to 50 years. Yeah, that Margaret and I have been playing Scrabble. And we started off, of course, back in the olden days when you had to be in the same room to play Scrabble. You know, the board game on the kitchen table. And Peggy says she remembers those days, and she remembers thinking that she'd really like to be able to play Scrabble with us too. Well, guess what? Yes, now she plays Scrabble too, and no, we don't even have to be in the same state anymore. Yeah, good old notepads and Scrabble Online. Thank you, Scrabble Online. So, play Scrabble. We have a good time. We just have a good time. And so I think that's going to be where I'm going to say goodbye. And thank you for watching. And I hope that everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful day. So goodbye.